Hi, our project is web service metadata query-based dual framework for supporting the multimedia streaming. The web service it is a method of communicating between the two electronic devices over the World Wide Web. Web services convert your application into the web applications. In our abstract, consists of two steps. In our first step, we can implement the query services that can be implemented in the form of WSDL format. WSDL is nothing but web service description language. In our second step, we can two new MEPs and dual SOAP HTTP bindings can be created for multimedia streaming. In our existing system, we can send text, audio, and video can be transmitted in only a single path. So the buffering rate will be the more. In our proposed system, text message can be transmitted through an ordinary path. If suppose we send a multimedia message, an alternative free path will be chosen and combined to that of the existing path. So the buffering rate can be reduced. This is our architecture diagram. In which the user can give one request, it can be converted into one message exchange pattern. Then according to that of the message exchange pattern, the framework has to be created. The framework, then the SOAP message, queue length and single block has to be calculated and it can be given to that of the SOAP HTTP bindings. The video sequence has to be created. Finally, it can be given to that of the traffic receiver. In the data flow diagram, the user can give an request. In this request, the framework has to be created. The framework has to be depends upon the type of the message, whether it is an audio, video, or a text message. According to that, the query, metadata query, it is a description of the data. It consists of the length of the data, etc. And then the packages can be verified whether it is a small data or a large data. Then the streaming of data has to be carried out. Then it can be placed in that of the queue length. Finally, it can be given to that of the video sequence. Finally, the SOAP message can be used for the transmitting a message from the server to the client. Finally, it can be given to that of the traffic receiver. These are our modules. Our project consists of the 4 modules. First module is a framework for web service multimedia streaming. In this, the MTOM packaging can be used. MTOM is multimedia transmission optimization mechanism. MTOM is nothing but the data can be transmitted in the form of binary digits, zeros and ones. If the data is small, means it can be transmitted in the form of binary digits. If it is a large, means it is not possible to transmit it in the form of binary digits. So we can create the framework according to that of the type of the data, whether it is a small data or a large data. Second module is an implement the metadata query services. In this, the MPEG 7 has to be used. The size of the MPEG 7 is very large when compared to that of the WSDL. So we can the description of the data will be the very large. To avoid that, we can implement the metadata query services. In our third module, design of message exchange pattern. Message exchange pattern can be divided into the two types, that is a single request and multiple response, and multiple request and multiple response. According to that, the message exchange pattern has to be created. For our fourth module is SOAP packaging for a multimedia stream. In this module, two issues has to be created. The data can be enclosed in the packet, so packet, hence it can be identified by itself. And our software requirements are that we use an Windows XP as an operating system, and then Java as a programming package, and then Eclipse as a tool. In our hardware requirement, we can use an Intel Pentium processor, and then RAM as 1 GB, and HDD as an 8 GB. These are our sample codings, and these are our screenshots. First, we have to the first page of our project consists of an home, register, login, and about, and then contact. And then first we have to register. The new user has to be registered. First we have to first name, last name, username, password, and it is used for the verification. It can be stored in the database. In the second form consists of it is a login form. After filling all these details, we have to log in. In this, we have to use a name. What we have to be given in the registration form has to be given in the login form, and we have to log in into the user. Then we have to give then we have to browse the text, image, and the video, and finally we have to upload all the files at the same time without reducing the buffering rate. Now we have to see the output. Now our project has to be run on the Eclipse. We have to click on the My Project, and we have to run as, and then run on server. In our project, we use the same system as a local host. No other server, extra server has to be installed. The output screen will be like that. First, the new user has to be registered. In this, we have to give the first name, and then last name, and we have to check the availability, and then we have to give the password. And we have to select the gender, whether we are a male or the female, and we have to give the date of birth. And then we have to give the email ID, and then phone number, and we have to give the address. We have to select the space depending upon the data. We have to send the large amount of data, means we have to give the large amount of data. Whether it is a small data, means it is we give one very small amount of MB, and we have to sign up. Then we have to go and login form. Then we have to sign in. If you give one wrong sign in or the login, means it cannot be get into the login form. Then again you have to go for the registration. First we have to give the user first name, and then we have to give the last name. And then we have to give the password, username. If you have to check the availability, if it is already available, means it will be give 1. If it is not available, means it will give 2. Then we give password. And select the male, female, date of birth. Then email address. We have to select the space, and we have to sign up. Then we have to go the login. Give the username and then password to give sign up. After signing, we have to browse the text, image, and then video, and then finally we have to upload the files.